There's a little white church in Breckenridge, right next to the shop my daddy ran. Made works of art out of neighbors' cars when it tattooed over them Bondo scars in Breckenridge. In Breckenridge. How we doing, folks? Good to see everybody. It is January 2026. We just had a whole bunch of snow and ice dumped on us. Nashville got it worse than us in Kentucky, big time. So my thoughts and prayers and good vibes go out to all my good songwriter friends and musicians that live in Nashville. I know there is a lot of work to be done, and you guys aren't out of the woods yet. So my heart's with you all. And if I wasn't 3.5 hours away from you, I'd say if you need something, let me know. Still, if you need somebody to talk to or hang out with, on the phone, give me a call. But I know you guys are going through it, and I hate that for you. This is the first time I've been able to get out of my neighborhood this week, because we just been, like I said, we got snow, then we got ice on top of snow, and then more snow on top of that, and then the cold temperatures came in, and it just the ice just will not go away. But luckily, my neighborhood didn't lose power or anything like that, so I've just kind of been hanging out, trying not to get cabin fever, trying to make the best of it. So I've been writing a lot and working on some songs that I've been wanting to work on for a while. Like the one you just heard at the beginning. I really love where I grew up, and that song tells a story about my life a little bit. And at some point this year, I'd like to maybe put that one out, and it's called Breckenridge. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and let you know that we're surviving. I think slow season, if you're a musician or a songwriter or anybody in the music business, that January and February can be a little sketchy because there's just not a lot going on. And especially when the weather hits, you're not gigging, you're not playing out. So that means the money's probably not coming in. And I'm definitely feeling it this year a little bit. Last year, I had quite a bit saved up, and it made the slow season a little bit easier. Still hard. This year, it's definitely a squeeze. My wife changed jobs. She just became a teacher, and then we thought she was going to get paid earlier than she did, and we basically had to go a whole month without her getting paid. But that also meant that she wasn't doing as much photography gigs, so money was just not coming in like it normally does. However, I say that to say this: we're making it. We've had to eat ramen more than we want to, and if you all know, my motto is I can eat more ramen than all y'all. I'm not scared to live on very little, but I've got a roof over my head. I've got a room full of guitars and ways to create things, and so I really just kind of put my mindset into that. Doesn't mean that my mindset doesn't get messed up sometimes, because when you're trapped at home, you can't go anywhere, you can't go do what you love, you're not playing gigs as much, you're not doing whatever. It's easy to kind of get in your head about it and be like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like I'm doing anything or contributing, or you kind of feel like a failure. You got to battle those thoughts all the time when you're a creative. It's just a thing that happens. Is we can get in our own head, and then that can get in the way of the thing that we want to do the most. But at the end of the day, I had to basically sit down and go, no, your job is to be a professional musician. And sometimes being a professional musician means that there's going to be some hard months, and that's what you wanted. And I'll tell you, I'm grateful for all of it, because number one, it makes you stronger as a human being. It makes it makes you stronger when you face adversity of any kind, whether it's financial or whether it's you're dealing with some mental things going on, whether you're just you're not where you want to be. But also, like, there's those times in life when like a bunch of stuff comes at you at once that's hard, right? Uh, Luckily, you know, these last couple months haven't really been anything compared to some of the things I've faced in my life. So maybe it's a little easier for me to get through some of these times. But I think the main thing that I try to remember when going through any slow season, or time when you maybe feel like you're failing a little bit, you don't have success without failure, and you don't move the needle without moving forward. You can choose to look at your past and look at what's going on around you and just give up. And sometimes, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'll not want to feel like getting out of the bed for 2 days, because you just feel overwhelmed because there's so much that needs to be done, but you can't do anything about it. So for me, the one thing I can do is create. Put something down so that in the future I can make it useful, so that I'm not just wasting my time in misery and wallowing in it, because I used to do that stuff in my past a lot. I remember times in my life where and honestly it's because I didn't understand myself as a creative, but there were times when I would look up and it had been 3 weeks and I hadn't done anything but go to work and then come get in my bed where it was dark and just lay there. Those were hard times because I felt like I wasn't able to do what I truly love, and that's to create something. But the problem is I had that time to create and I didn't do it. I was just making excuses, and I was letting the things that happened in my past, the grief from losing my family, things that didn't go my way just because I thought they should or whatever, it would basically just paralyze me. And now I realize when I get in that state, it's like, dude, you go do the thing that you're supposed to do. Creating is the best way to get out of that. So really, that's what I've been trying to do: put one foot in front of the other, and you'll come out on the other side stronger, and you'll realize that you figured it out. At the end of the day, my buddy Noah Smith always says, play baseball. Like, when you wake up, if you love to play baseball, just go play baseball, and you'll figure it out. And another good friend of mine, his name's Sammy Harris, he said the best way to stay in business is to stay in business. And whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it looks like, you just every day you got to keep moving forward in it, whatever it is, and you find your way. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. That's always been a hard one for me. I grew up with a family that they did not like to ask for help, so I watched that my whole life. And then when I got to where you can't be in the music business without asking somebody for help. Can't do it. There's too many factors that go into play. You need good people around you, that you can bounce ideas off of. You need people that have been there and done that to tell you, hey man, you're on the right track, or hey man, here's some other paths that maybe you're not thinking of. You need other folks. You need other perspectives, and I think that's what it takes to get kind of out of the funk. Another thing during this time period, I think that a lot of people go through, especially creatives, is we get a little burnout, because all we're doing to survive is doing the thing that we love. And so it can easily become a job. It's like, oh my gosh, if I play another 4-hour bar gig for $500, I'm, like, I can't keep doing this. But the truth is, sometimes you got to do those gigs, because they put food on your table, and they're just providing a way for you to do the other thing that you want to do. Like, sometimes you just have to put money on the table, and yeah, it is a job. There's nothing, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Sometimes you just have to do the work. But I think being a creative, it's hard sometimes because you get burnt out. You get burnt out doing the stuff that you don't really want to do. For me, like, I always have to take a step back during this part of the year because It's a time where I can get in my head about a lot of things because, you know, it's a new year and you're trying to come up with goals then you realize I don't have the money to do any of these goals. I don't have, I don't have the songs or the, the material or whatever it is. I don't have the content created. I don't have all that stuff. It's easy to get overwhelmed and just burn out on it and be like, man, maybe I need to do something else. But the one thing that's been helping me a lot, especially being stuck at home, it's been a while since I've been like trapped in my house for 4 or 5 days straight with nothing to do or nowhere to go. So I kind of, one of the things that's always helped me with burnout is it's like I kind of just call it win the day, or, I know some people are like seize the day. It's cliche and it's corny, but I don't care. Like, that's just who I am. And it's what I do. I'm calling it win the day because that's what gets me up and gets me motivated. My alarm goes off. The first thing I do is I go outside. I get in the sunlight, take the dog for a walk. It's been a little harder to do that these last couple of days because it's been like 8 degrees outside and the wind's been crazy. And my dog apparently, he's like the biggest, fluffiest dog in the world, but he hates being outside when it's cold because he's bougie. But I try to at least get outside, even if he doesn't want to go for a walk. Like, I just get outside in the sunlight for 20 minutes and no phones, no anything. Like, don't listen to anything. Don't, just be out there, walk around, view the world, see the creation that God made. Every day is different. There's always something else to see. That's the first thing I do for about 20 minutes is just take a walk. The next 20 minutes that I do is I just contemplate. Like, there's a lot of ways you can do that. Like, if you're somebody who's faithful like me, like sometimes I pray, sometimes I read the Bible, sometimes I'm just contemplating what I'd like to accomplish today, revisit my goals. Do that for about 20 minutes. Like, there's tons of ways that you can contemplate. Maybe you're into meditation, maybe whatever. Just take a minute to think about, your life a little bit, or what you're grateful for, what's working, what's not working, what's weird. Is there something that you need to cut out because it's not working and it's just wasting your time? Take 20 minutes every day and just evaluate that. And I think it keeps it on the forefront of what's your main goals and what are the things that are getting in the way of those goals. And then the next 20 minutes I just educate. Whatever, maybe it's, I want to get better at the guitar, so I sit down and I learn something I've never learned before. Maybe I want to get better at, anything. Like, I'm just, self-education is huge. And if you do a little bit every day, then you continue to educate yourself. That stuff adds up so quickly over time. But here's what I found out doing that. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, an hour a day, right? Basically 20. If you do it every day, it adds up to a lot. Number one, at the end of the year, that's a ton of stuff. If you read, if you whatever, you can knock out some serious books in that 20 minutes a day or whatever. Maybe that's how you're gonna educate yourself. But every day when I wake up, it's the biggest benefit from it is it's the best way to defeat burnout, because the first thing out of the gate, before you looked at your phone, before you did anything, it was simply, I'm accomplishing a lot in an hour. I woke up, I got something done. I already feel great, right? Then you can go into your day and hit it however hard you need to. If you got to go to your job, or if you're somebody that goes to the gym first or whatever, you've already like got your day on lock, because you've been putting those things in motion for the first hour that you woke up. Just get up, walk outside, grab a glass of water, take a walk, contemplate, educate yourself a little bit. And I'm telling you, man, like, you feel a whole lot less burnout when you are doing those things for yourself. Whether you got a job after that, whether you're somebody like me who's at home working on writing music, or in this day and age, apparently I need to create more content. That's something that I truly do not enjoy doing. I like to make music. I like to write songs. I don't necessarily love to make Instagram posts and TikTok videos and things like that. But apparently, it's something this year that I should dive into and just see what happens. So, guess what? I'm going to do that a little bit. Uh, However, I'm going to do it my way because that's the only way I know how to do it. I'm going to create things the way I want to create things, and not necessarily, for any other reason. The reason I create is for me. I've said that before on here. I know that people are always like, well, you got to do things for, your fans and well, it's like, I love my fans. I love my friends. I love my family. I love it when you love something that I put out. But honestly, the only reason that I even put it out is because I enjoyed it first. There's a million other things you'll probably never hear because I can't see myself singing that for the rest of my life. So, I need to be in a good state of mind so that I can create things that I need to create. And, that's really where I've been. I'm going to try, like I say this all the time, and I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about it, the 5 people that actually watch these. I'm going to do more of these. Like, I'm going to increase the volume of these just because they help me like more than anything else, and just to say what's going on and what I'm looking forward to. The future, some of the things I'm looking forward to is I got some songs that I'm going to put out here over the next few months. I'll talk more about that in other ways, but some of them are kind of stripped down and some of them are produced, and I'm just enjoying the processes and seeing what sticks and throwing it out there and see what you all like. But truthfully, I'm in a state where I'm writing things that are going on with me right now. Like, there's been some times I put out a record not too long ago. A lot of that was about me, but there was also like just I wanted to write some songs that were not just about me, that maybe were a character. I never do that. I always write about me as I'm usually the character. But I wanted to be the actor a little bit, and so I wrote some stuff that were coming from maybe somebody else's point of view. But now I'm kind of back in that mode of I really want to write some stuff that I am dealing with and caring about in this world, and and we'll see what happens from that. But I got a couple songs that are in the mix coming out. One I'm really, really excited about that we started pre-production on and starting to dive into a little more. You guys may have heard it if you've come to a live show, but it's probably one of my favorite songs I've ever written. It's called Ghost. So I've been in the studio working slowly but surely on that one. I'm taking my time on this one because it's got to be right. It's one I really believe in. It's a lot like the song I put out Lean last year. It's a song that I really, really believed in, and I wanted to put the time and effort into making it as great as I can make it. I try to do that with everything, but especially when I'm doing something as produced as that. Like, I like to take my time and get it right and make sure that I'm in love with it before you guys get to hear it and maybe you get to be in love with it. But I've got to love it first. Or then I just have to live with it forever, and I'm not somebody that really likes doing that. Like, if I love the song, I'll play it forever. If I don't, you probably never hear it again. Yeah. So some other things I'm working on, like I really love photography. I have been slowly but surely working on some things that incorporate that into my creative space and my creative life, and also like how it might interact with my social media content moving forward. Like I said, AI is a great tool. I don't have any issue with people using AI, other than the fact that like everything's kind of starting to look the same. Like, maybe we need better prompts so that you don't have the same font. Like, every band I know right now that I see using AI, it's like, how does that font always still the same font? It's like AI should be able to make up like any font it wants. Like, I think we just need better prompts out there, people. Like, just spend a little time making sure that you're at least the font doesn't look like every poster that's on. Sorry, I'm ranting. Like I said, AI is a great tool. Utilize it however you need to utilize it. For me, it's just not something that I'm not into. So you probably won't see a ton. You probably won't see any photos, uh, any songs, uh, any artwork. You probably won't see any of that from me. It would have to be really, really good, and then I would also have to be the one spending the time and energy making the prompts. I just don't like doing that. I'd rather just create it, or have a friend of mine that I love their work create it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't care what you do. Like you do what you need to do in order to like be sane in this world, right? But for me creating things makes me happy. It's what keeps me happy. So I'd rather just do that. So like I said, my photography is probably going to start showing up a little bit more heavy in what I do moving forward. A lot of my album covers and song covers are photos that I've taken or my wife has taken because I love her work. But there's so many great artists out there that you can utilize. And guess what? They're not usually expensive. Like they're so good. They should be expensive, but there's so many good ones that are offering up amazing art for very little to no money. Or some of them might even do it just because they're your buddy. Like I would much rather use that than to have my stuff just look like everybody else's stuff. I don't like I said, maybe it's the prompts, man. Maybe we just need better prompts, whatever. Anyway, getting off. That's what I love about these videos. I can just say stuff. I'm not going to edit it at all. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. Last year was amazing. Thank you all for all the help. Thanks for coming to shows. Thanks for buying merch. Thanks for helping me, stay on when I'm on the road. Like people have gotten me hotel rooms. People have bought me meals, let me crash on their couch, put gas in my tank, put food on my table. You do that. you all do that. And I'm eternally grateful for that, because I get to play guitar and sing songs for my life. Like who wouldn't be grateful for that? You should be grateful for that. But moving forward, I'm learning that I'm not just a singer-songwriter, that maybe there's some other things in my life that I really am passionate about that could be a part of my creative story moving forward. Like another thing I'm looking forward to, I don't know when it's going to be, but I said this on the last video. I just started writing a book. I'm almost through the first chapter. So I don't know how long it's going to take to write a book. I've never written a book, but I'm writing a book, which I'm really excited about. It's really just about using creativity and, for me, songwriting, to get over grief. That's really, at least I think that's what it's about. That's where it's about so far. And that's really all I can say about it, because I've written one chapter. But it's kind of a biography in a way, just because it's, I'm taking the songs that I've written and then explaining why I wrote it and how it got me through a difficult time in my life, right? Each chapter might be a little different, but it's basically snapshots of my life, and how I overcame hard times with music and art, and how others have inspired me as well. There's probably gonna be some of that in there. Other people's art and other songs, other songwriters, how they've inspired me to move forward and keep moving forward. Yeah. All right, this video's gone on long enough. I love you all. I will see you soon. New songs coming. I promise. I know I disappear. I said that on the last video, but I'm about to come out of hibernation, and I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. And I will see you very soon. Thank you all so much for supporting me. I love you all, and the best is yet to come. That's what I think.